These are some things you like to see in an area. You're able to sit down and enjoy it, but sometimes you'll see little notches here to stop skateboarders or benches that are uncomfortable to sit at. It's called hostile urban design. It's designed to keep people away. Many say it's designed to keep homeless people away from those areas. Now, the argument now is, are those boxes over there, the planter boxes that have appeared over the last couple of days outside of the building here at 10 Dundas, is that part of that urban design? Because there was a homeless guy who used to make a regular habit of being out front there with all his possessions, but he was removed, and people on social media have been in a bit of an uproar saying, well, they're doing this to scare away the homeless and keep them away, but the Downtown Yonge BIA says that's simply not the case. Is it unusual that a BIA would be helping out with something like this?
Well, it's not typically a BIA role or function, but we are what we call the convener of the neighborhood. We're the stewards of the neighborhood. So these are complicated issues, and as a BIA, we have to engage in some capacity to make these positive things for the community happen.
Yonge BIA Executive Director Mark Garner says they are working with the homeless man who has set up shop here and has been here for nearly a decade to try and get him into a housing unit that is now available. And they say literally dozens of people have been working on this through the Streets to Home program to try and get Jay off the streets. Now, they've had outreach workers and counselors working with him to take up their offer of a unit of his own. But he's been hesitating for his own reasons. Now, Garner says the decisions to involve police, remove his belongings, and put in the planters to act as a deterrent was not taken lightly. But could they have done this differently? We talked to an outreach worker from Sanctuary and got his thoughts on this.
This was an engagement with Jason to get him to accept housing and get into the services and the help that he needs to become a more productive person and solve this homelessness issue. If we don't engage in this capacity, then this young man's going to be dying on the street, and we don't want that to happen.
I think they'd be much better kind of use of their time if they kind of use their power or political leverage to really get at the root of the issue. The fact that we don't have enough affordable housing in Toronto, that it's really essentially impossible to get housing if you're on Ontario Works or ODSP, just at how expensive rent is.
And Garner says once, if and when Jay is ensconced in a new place, his own home, these planters will be removed and it'll be back to normal here on Victoria.